Roseann here from Scottsdale, Arizona. It is Wednesday and it is time for the ultimate leg and glute workout. Welcome everybody. I am here today to help you to use some of your Lifepro products to help you get stronger legs and stronger glutes. And whatever you're doing, whether you are a weekend warrior or a seasoned athletic professional or just as, stay-at-home mom, it's super important that you have strong legs and glutes because that is what our daily function comes from. Walking, sitting, getting up out of a chair, getting down in a chair, bending. We need to really have strong glutes. And I find, because I work with an active aging population, the glutes tend to start shutting down as people get older because there's issues in other tissues, ankles, knees, hips, things are happening. So we're not able to fire up our glutes enough. So welcome everybody to the Lifepro Ultimate Leg and Glute Workout. Now, it's not necessarily going to be a workout. I'll be honest with you. It is going to be examples of how to do some exercises because I'm dealing with a different population out there. All of you guys in social media, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and you might not have all this equipment, or you might have those issues in the tissues that limit you to do some things. So what I want to do today is I'm going to work with the Swift Treadmill and show you different things you can do on a treadmill, which many of these things on the treadmill can be used on the Horizon balance ball. They can also be used on a vibration platform. I happen to have my Rolex Pro 4D, but you could, whatever vibration platform. That's kind of like my little tagline. Whatever platform you have is a perfect platform. And then also I'm going to use the Power Flow X just a little bit to show you how you can increase the intensity of your workout. So again, welcome everybody. My name is Roseann. I am a fitness trainer, a Pilates practitioner, and a yoga therapist, as well as I coach people in healthy lifestyles. Here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm here with the Lifepro products to help you out. So let me know where you are tuning in from and what products you have. And by the way, for those of you in our Lifepro family, I have to get my phone to talk about this. I didn't chat with the girls, the guys back in the back office, but if you got the email, Lifepro's on a mission to impact 100 million lives through community and products. And did you see all the specials they have right now? The Sonic handheld percussion gun is 42% off. The Visicure skin mask, 48%. Another Sonic X gun, 31%. The Wave enhancer vibration platform. Oh gosh, what else? The elliptical machine, which I would like to get one of those. The foot massager, Marvel foot massager, the Velo Cycle, another 12% off. The Infinity Box. The list goes on. The Vitalex, the leg compression, the Power Flow Adjustable Dumbbells are on sale right now. The Dash X is on sale. Another Sonic gun. Let's see. The Power Up Pro Bells, 20% off. That's the one I'm going to be using. So there's a lot of things on sale right now. So Lauren's going to put my link in the chat box so you can click on it, check it out, whether it is a gift for a friend, maybe a wedding gift for somebody, birthday gift. It's July coming up, so that's Christmas in July present. Treat yourself or someone else to the gift of health and wellness. So let's see, Mississippi, Kendall, welcome. You have the Turbo Vibration Platform in white set, awesome. And Mrs. Can Do in Michigan, you have the vibration plate, awesome. So here's the deal. I'm going to start with the Swift Treadmill. Now, if you don't have a treadmill and you're on your vibration platform, you're going to do some of the same things. I'm going to warm up. I really feel it's super important that you start with your base, the base meaning your feet. Now, I'm wearing sneakers today. However, I go on the treadmill barefoot as well as all these other products. So you can be barefoot if that works for you, or you can be in sneakers. But we're going to start with, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 different exercises on the treadmill. And I'm going to quickly pop over to the vibration platform and perhaps do some of the same with some variations. So there's going to be something for everybody. Welcome. Let's see, Christine, you purchased the Lifepro Rhythm. You know, there's such great products. Everything, like I said, is great, and whatever you have is perfect. If you're a beginner, you're only a beginner once. As you keep working on any of these products, you practice a little bit at a time, and you get better. You get stronger and more confident. So let's get on the Swift Treadmill, or you can get on your vibration platform. A little tip here. I'm going to turn my camera up just a little tiny bit. A little tip. Make sure that you are not standing on the belt when you start. Stand on the rails. Now the Swift, by the way, is meant for someone about 5'5" and shorter. I'm 5'6.5", so it's just a little bit, it's still workable for me for what I'm doing. And I'm going to start this, and I'm going to actually start on a slow speed. I'm at 1.1. I'm going to take it to about 1.3 or 1.4. Okay, so you can see that the belt is starting, and I'm going to literally, I'm going to just plant my heel down and toe. I want you all, whether you're on a vibration platform, you're on a balance trainer, you're on the floor, just standing, warming up. I want you to heel toe, and you can add a march. Bring the knee up, heel toe it to articulate through your feet. So you can pick your feet up and heel toe it, and it is the inside of the heel, the big toe mound and the little toe mound. There's a triangle that you create with your feet. Now you can hold on or not. It's really up to you. I'm going to do about 1 minute in this heel toe movement to feel my ankles, to feel all 10 toes. Again, you could do this barefoot. My one doctor is my yoga teacher, and he calls toes little stethoscopes. I call them antennas. And you want to feel all those 10 antennas. So we're just moving through it. So you should get a nice little calf stretch on this. Now from here, all I'm going to do is add a lunge to it. Now I'm going to actually go slower on this. So my lunge will look like this. I'm going to bend and straighten. I'm dipping down. I'm keeping my head over my shoulders and my shoulders over my hips. This is not a deep lunge, and I'm lightly holding on to the handles. I drop and press up. So my back leg is straight. Bend and I push off. And breathe. I'm still heel toeing it. So you can see my back toes roll the heel up. And I drag this belt. I want to feel like I'm the power for the belt, not the electricity. And I'm dragging my heel back. Now, by the way, you'll get the heart rate coming up on this too, because these are big muscle groups. And we're going to go from here. This is just our walking lunge. And I want to go into what's called a lateral walk. So what I mean by that, I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to step side to side. Now look down for a second to see where your footing is. I'm holding on to the side, and I'm pushing out. My outside leg is pressing out, and I'm drawing my legs together and press. Now I want to feel like the head is right in the center of the body. I'm holding on. You can add a hop to it if you're a hop skipper, if the balance is quicker, but I'm going slow on this because I want to talk to someone who's brand new that hasn't walked sideways. And if you're used to this walking sideways, you increase your speed. I'm keeping an eye on my timer here. I want to go just about another 5 seconds, and I'm going to switch sides. Okay? So to switch, you'll just rotate, turn, I'm holding on, and you can always put your hand behind your head to make sure that your head is not leaning forward, and I have a little bend and straighten. I'm pushing with the outside leg, and I'm working into my hips. And make sure you're taking nice big breaths in and out, bend and straighten. So this is a little bit of I'm going to call it a baby squat with a side walk. And we're going to go for 10 more seconds here. And I can feel my hips, the glute medius, the hip muscles working on this. It feels actually pretty good. And a couple more steps. And then come back to center. So from here, I'm going to increase my speed a little bit. Now, again, the speed is going to always be up to you. What's a comfortable pace? Because this is about actually I'm not looking for cardio. I'm looking for actually using my leg power. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm not going to stay backwards long. I just want to show you that you have this option. It's a different sensation. So I'm going to turn around, and now I'm holding on. I'm digging my heels down and pushing them forward. I'm pointing my toe, and I'm rolling through my foot. So I can't tell you how many leg muscles I can feel. My calves, my shins, my glutes, my quads, and my hamstrings. I'm using all, and I got a light holding on here just to make sure that the belt doesn't get away from me. So I went forward, I lunged, I walked from the side, and now watch my feet. I'm going to turn my toes out. It's external rotation, and I'm going to cross one leg over the other. Now I've got a little inner thigh work here. Hips are pointing forward. And I'm going to increase my speed a little bit here. You can make this very quick, and I'll show you if you're going quicker. It's a lot of inner thigh work. Crossover, thigh bone over thigh bone. And I'm still thinking about my whole foot, the outer heel to the inner big toe working. And that's a lot more inner thigh work and outer hip work. So that's our external rotation. We can call these penguin walks, okay? So let's see, the last thing I want to do, it's a little bit of a hip rotation. I'm going to slow this down. And again, I'm showing you just a little bit. My recommendation, if you're on your treadmill, do about a minute of each one, and then take a little break and repeat. Now, this one I'm going to hold on. I'm going to cross over and over. Watch my hips. My hips go toward the treadmill and away. I'm getting a little rotation in the waist. I'm crisscrossing my thighs. I'm going to feel my outer hip and my inner thigh. Now, you go slow on this because if you're not used to this fancy footwork, it might get you you'll feel a little uncomfortable. But the more you cross over, the easier it will be. And I'm going to turn around here, so I'll hold on. I'm going to turn. I'm going to cross right over left, left over right. You can keep your hand on your hip to feel your hip turning and rotating. Extra rotation, internal rotation. And you're going to get some waistline in this, but a lot of outer inner thigh. And like I said, you'll do about a minute for each one. Now, when you're done, we're going to stop the treadmill, the Swift Treadmill, and I'm going to do two more things. We're going to do step-offs, okay? So I'm going to show you from this side. I have my right foot on, and I'm just going to come up and down. So my hips are back. You can put your hands behind your head, step off and in. And I might be out of the camera on this, so I want to make sure that you guys can see me. I'm more centered here, okay? So I'm going to come up and down. And I'm really working a single leg step up, pushing, driving into the glute. Now, this same thing you can do, and we'll do it on the balance trainer and the vibration platform, but I can load my quad, load my glute. You can also find some balance, hold on if you need to, and kick the leg out. I like to work on balance constantly. So I'm just going to kick that leg out. So I did a step up. I'm doing side leg work. I'm going to hold on, hinge forward and kick back. Feet side by side, kick back. Now I'm working my glute on this. You know, one thing that people like to do a lot of is donkey kicks. You shorten the lever and you just kick out, but the abs have to stay engaged here. Knees side by side and kick. You have those options. You can do straight leg or you can bend the knee. So that's taking it back into the glute. Now from the side, you're going to come up. I'm going to do one more thing. It's a semicircle. Heel forward, back, and around. I like hip mobility. Boy, this side's challenging me, so I'm going to hold on lightly. I'm sliding along the side of this treadmill, out and around behind me. See my foot's behind me? And we're going to use the breath for 5. And for a lot of work into the standing leg, 3 and 2. One more time, and then we'll release. I'm all about building lean, long muscle rather than big muscle. I feel, especially if you are a a little older. It's really about functional range of motion, lengthening and strengthening rather than big bulkiness. Okay, so that's who I'm speaking to with this workout. 3 more, nice and tall. 2, I gotta tell you, my hip is really burdened, and 1. So that leg that you work, we're gonna do a stretch on this. And here's what it looks like. It's a figure 4 stretch. And I'll use the back of my Swift on this. My leg that I worked, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna sit back, cross over, figure 4, and we'll sit down and lift up. So it's all working into the hip, down and up. My head is back. I'm not bouncing forward. I'm just drop and lift. And I get a really nice stretch into this leg on top. Okay, so that's one leg that's really got to work out. We're going to move on to another product. We're going to work on our, let's go ahead and work on the vibration platform, since I have a few that have your vibration platforms. And I'll tell you what, my heart rate got up, and it's kind of warm in here, even though I have the air conditioning on. It's super hot right now. It's summer in Scottsdale. We're in the triple digits. Oh yeah. So make sure when you are doing your workout that not only you're fueled well, but you're hydrating a lot. Let's move this out of the way. It's the second time I dropped the horizon on my toes. I did it today. That's why I'm wearing shoes. I dropped that on my toe. Wow, really hurt. Okay, so I'm protecting my feet. Normally I would do this stuff barefoot, but good thing I had my shoes on. So guys, let me know where you're tuning in from, okay? What platform you have. If you have any questions, if you're dealing with specific problems, I'm gonna make sure I get this camera in. Hey Adrian, welcome. Glad you can join us. Okay, so what speed do you use? You know, if you want to work on more instability, you go on low speeds, higher speeds, higher vibration, more energy in. There's a lot of different schools of thought, and Debbie and Amber have thoughts on that. I like to go, when I'm doing some leg work, if I'm working on balance, I actually go slower for more instability, but I'm working more on just strengthening. So I'm going to go into my mid-20s to 30s on this, maybe 40s. I'm going to go into oscillation mode, shift laterally if you like it. Again, I think you need to play around. There's no cookie cut workout for anyone. It's got to feel good that you want to do it. And then you got to feel that you're successful doing it, that like I'm doing this and nothing is hurting, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to go back to this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to my speed here. I mentioned I was going to go maybe in the 30 range. There we go. Okay. So what we did on the Swift Treadmill, we can do on our platform. Knees are always a little soft. We're going to go into those rolls, ankle rolls. So I'm lifting onto my big toe and heel. Hands can go behind the head so I know that my head's not forward. I want perfect posture. Abs are pulled in, and I am pointing and flexing. Toes pointing forward. And again, I'm going to do everything for maybe about 30 seconds or so. Soft bend in the knee to really work all my quads and my glutes and my heels picking up. That's how my glutes are working and my calves. So that's my ankle marches. And then release. Now for our lunges, you got a couple options here. I'm not a big fan of front lunges, but that's me. That's how I train my clients. I like reverse lunges. So what that means for me is I'm going to bring my foot back. Actually, let's see how I want to do this. I'm going to show you from the side. Move this over a little bit. Okay, I'm going to show you from the side here. So I'm going to step on my platform, just left foot on. I'm going to step back, bend, and up. Step back and up. Now this could be a step up if you're comfortable with balance. I'm loading my left leg, bending and straightening. Again, guys, if you've followed me, you know I like my hands behind my head. It's more challenging for balance. If you're more comfortable, you can do I Dream of Jeannie arms. or you can add the arms up and down. Now, I believe in the 90-90 rule. What that means is my hips, I just caught myself forward. Ears, shoulders, hips, knee. Okay, there's my 90-90. If you're not into coming up and down, because that's more aerobic, you're going to keep that leg down and press up. I'm on my tippy toe. I drop my hips down and lift. So my platform leg is getting the work. Okay. Now, if you like that, I want you to do maybe 8 to 10 reps. I'm not a big person on 50 reps, okay? I want quality. Down and press up. Get that full extension. There's my glute working. Leg straight. Sink down, okay? Calf working, hamstring working. See it jiggling away, and then up. You want to feel each rep. Now, the opposite of that is called a Bulgarian split squat, which is a lot fancy word for doing something in reverse. And I think I saw Debbie doing this in one of her demos, and I think it's pretty cool if you're up for it. So what we're going to do is slide my platform back. I want to make sure you can see me. I'm not going to move my treadmill too far. So I'll take my right leg. Now I'll have it just so happens I have something to hold on to get me in alignment. I'm going to bend. So that front foot, let me show you from the side here. Put my foot back here. I want to make sure that my knee is over my ankle. And I also want to make sure that this knee is in line with the hip, okay? So I'm going to try to find the right angle for this on the camera. Okay, ears, shoulders, hips. I'm on my toes. I'm going to lower down and lift. Just pop that foot forward more. I'm dropping down and lifting. Now, big hip flexor stretch, lot of booty, lot of glutes. Bend down, a lot of quad. I'll show you on this side. I'll tell you don't have to do a lot of these. When I say 8 to 10, I mean it. 8 to 10. Okay, ears, shoulders, hips. You're going to press into that front foot. Let me get my camera down so you can see that's true. Okay. Find your balance, drop down, and press up. I never really lock up my leg. My glutes tighten, so I don't hyperextend. I'm a hyperextender, so I want a soft bend there so you can feel my quad. I feel my quad working. Down and press up. It's really my back glute I'm working. Press. This knee doesn't come forward, okay? I am knee over ankle here. And up. Wow. Okay, Bulgarian split squats. So we saw lunge step-ups. We saw stationary lunges. We saw the Bulgarian squats. And I'm going to show you a little sequence that I really like, that I use for many of my Pilates clients that will work your inner thighs. So you'll start on your platform or your horizon balance trainer. And let me get my platform here. Okay, so we call this the Pilates V. I'm not going to be a real duck here, okay? I want to feel like my toes are in line with my hips, okay, my hip points. I'm squeezing my heels together. Now I have my shoes on, it's a little different, but I want to feel that inner thigh connection. Hands behind the head. You're going to plie squat and up. Now I'm going to tell you, when you do this, it's like you're sliding down a wall, okay? I'm not bringing my knees forward. I want to keep the abs pulled in, and I'm just sliding down. So I think if I can do this from the side and demonstrate this for you. I'm straight. I'm going to come down, zip up through the belly, and squeeze. You want to squeeze those cheeks. Down and squeeze. That's our Pilates V, or for all you ballerinas out there, even guys, okay? I make my guys do this because inner thighs, I think, are the weakest. I find that they might be tight, but they're also weak, especially on you guys, okay? So once we have that Pilates V and we have our plie, we're going to add some balance. Keep a wall handy if you need to, but the whole idea is to find balance, okay? And I'm hoping I can find it today. I've done a lot of working out today. So you can see I'm laterally rotated, hands on the hips. I'm going to bring my foot forward. I'm going to lift. I'm going to point my toe and lift. I'm reaching out. There's my inner thigh working. Abs are pulled in. I've got a soft bend in my standing leg. And you'll do about 8 of these. Reaching away, lengthening the leg. The platform leg is doing the work of stabilizing while the free leg is mobilizing. Now from here, you're going to take it to the side. Okay, you can point the toes out and we're going to lift. Whoop. Let's try that again. I'm going to lift out and I'm reaching out. So I like to do an even extra rotation like I'm doing right now, or I like to do parallel. If I do parallel, my leg is out. I'm going to just work my glute medius more. It's coming right from the hip. And I'm not leaning weight far over. I'm trying to stay on my platform leg. And breathe. Let's go 5, 4. Again, external rotation or lateral. 3. Woo. Catch that balance. 2 and 1. Last set. Then we'll add a circle. I'm in that Pilates V. I am going to bend my knees slightly to pitch forward, just slightly, so I don't throw it in my back. Kind of like I did on the treadmill. I'm going to reach back. Pointing the leg out, toe out. You can always add the donkey kick to this. Whoa, maybe not today. I think I'll keep the leg straight and out. And I'm working glutes entirely. Stabilizer and a mover. And boy, I can feel my platform leg really starting to kick in here. Let's go 4, abs are in. 3, chin is in. 2 and 1. Whew, just let it shake out. I'm going to actually literally bend my knees and let my legs shake out. So you're going to repeat that on the other side, okay? Plie, then front leg, side, and back. 8 to 10 reps. I want quality movement. Now, once you've done both sides, we'll add the semicircle. So I'll use my right leg since my left leg did all the work on the lifts. I'm going to take it forward, hands on hips, Idrimagini arms, or hands behind the head. I think I'll put my hands on my hips to start. And I'm going to sweep my leg around and around. I'm pushing into the platform to find my stabilization. I'm going to take it back and around. Oh, I'm out of time here. Let me add more time in. Saved by the bell. Again, I'm at about 30, 35 in my speed. Okay. Soft knees, but in Pilates V. Eyes focused. Finding your breath. Pull the belly in, and you're going to externally rotate out and around. It's just a little semicircle. I did this on the side of the Swift. Strong, long leg. Back and around. A lot of hip mobility here. You can hold on to something if you need to, okay? You can hold your straps. Whoa, I really need it. A lot of stability in this hip. I've actually got a tear in my labrum, in my glute medius, but the vibration platform is helping me to heal it. 3 more. Let me say strengthen it. The body will heal itself. 2, it's about the body healing itself. And 1. Excellent. Feel all that work in that glute. Whew. Okay. So I've saved the best for last. We're going to get on the floor and we're going to work booty. We're going to work bridges. Now I have a little series that I love to use with my clients that I'm happy to show you. And you know, I didn't use any weights yet, but I want to encourage you when you are doing any of this work. I want to throw that in right now before I did the rise and kind of jump the gun. Has anyone got the Power Flow extract? These just came out. And there's a great deal on them on the Lifepro website right now. You got to check it out. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 pounds. So it's one-stop shopping for the family. It's easy to change it. I just pulled a knob and here's my 15 pounds right here. Okay, I'm going to hold this weight here. So when I do any of my work, okay, whether it is my step-ups, it gives me an extra little load, okay? I hold weight just like this. I don't like to hold it down because it will bring you forward. If I bring it up, it's going to keep my weight in my core. If I do my plies, the same thing. You know, you can add a little arm work to it, but this is just to hold weight in. I probably can do 25 pounds here because I'm not using any arm movement, but I want to add extra weight into my movement. So know that. Take any of your dumbbells. By the way, just standing with one weight here will work the core more on one side. So that's just one cool thing you could do. It really strengthens one side of the body. You can do your ankle marches just by holding one weight. You can hold that same weight in your shoulders, and it's going to load that side of your body. So you don't have to actually move it around to make it effective. Okay, what other tips can I tell you? Let's see, we're going to shut the platform off. We'll do some stretching in the end on here. I'm going to move the platform out of the way. Let's see what our time's like. Oh, okay. I'm going to maybe be here for about another 10 minutes, guys. So if you're with a Horizon balance trainer, this is your magic moment to learn one of my favorite routines for your booty. Okay. I have found to move the Power Flow Pro, I have to take 25 pounds out, slide it over, and then replace it. Because I ain't that strong yet. I don't know if I'll ever lift 55 pounds, but my fiance is so happy that he's got this now to use. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have plenty of room. You have a couple options here. Dome side or flat side, okay? Little less stability when we have our feet on the flat side, okay? A lot more instability. Today, I'm going on the dome side, okay? But know that you can do your bridges with your feet lifting up. Now, there is a secret, and I'm going to share my secret with you, how not to get cramps in your hamstrings. I see it all the time. I'm going to grab my mini stability ball. Anytime people do bridges, if they're not engaging their glutes, it goes right into the hamstrings. And then they cramp. Then they're afraid they're going to cramp and they're not into their move of the glutes. So if you use your mini stability ball, I guess I'll leave it here for now. This is not the routine I want, but I'll use it for this. I like to have the ball really close to the groin. I call that birthing the ball. And you're going to squeeze. When you squeeze that, it's actually going to pull in the transverse, the pelvic floor, and the transverse abdominis muscles. And you can see when I squeeze, my hips naturally tilt. So I get that lift automatically, okay? So this is like my big secret. Well, it's not really that much of a secret, but I want to make sure my feet are in line with my knees in line with my hip sockets. I'm going to put the ball right between my thighs. Now, it's super important that your chin is not lifting up. You need to look over your knees. If you have a tight neck, this is going to happen, shoulders going to round. So I want to encourage you to pick your head up, comb the hair, stretch your neck. Give yourself a good neck stretch. And then place your head down. If your hands tend to pop up, come into what I call gunslinger arms. This way your shoulder blades are flat. You want to squeeze the ball. Okay, I want to make sure you see it. It's inside my thighs. I'm going to tuck my tailbone and curl up and under and lift my hips. Now, I want to keep that ball engaged. I want to keep squeezing it. So my glutes are doing the work. My hamstrings are working secondary, but it's the glutes. Okay, now when I come down, I keep squeezing the ball and I roll down bone by bone. I don't stop squeezing that ball until I have the arch of my back. I call that the mouse house. Okay, that is really super important to get the roll. Now, I'm not going to use the ball for the rest of this routine, but no, warm up like that. My recommendation is to start with pelvic tilts and then roll it up. I'm not going to lose myself on the screen. Here we go. Okay, so here's my routine, okay? 5 reps. That's all, 5 reps. Think about inner thigh connection, feet on the dome. You're going to curl the tailbone up, lift, and roll down. We'll do 5 of these. Inhale, exhale, roll up. You want the hips high. You're going to pull the ribs in and roll down. Glutes, baby, that's it. Roll up. Eyes gazing over your knees and roll down. Now, I like to also sometimes not use my arms at all. I really anchor in my head and my shoulder blades and then roll down. You've got 2 more, and I'm going to add on to this. I'm going to roll up and roll down. So I get the arch in my back and roll up and roll down. Now, I want to make sure, I'm going to move my dome away a little bit, that I can have 1 foot on the ground, at least 1 foot, okay? Strong knee bend, okay? Feet on the dome, okay? We're going to curl up, lift up. I'm going to lift my leg to tabletop, and I'm going to tap my foot down for 5. Hands can be on the hips, 4. Elbows on the floor, 3. Fingertips to the sky, 2. You decide. And 1 more, stay lifted. Now, if you're starting to fatigue out, you'll roll down. So let me do it with you just because I might think that you're fatiguing out. Roll down and bring your foot down. We're going to add on. I'll do 1 leg in sequence, breaking it down. The other leg, I'll do the whole kit and caboodle, okay? Take a breath in. You're going to tilt the pelvis, roll up, bone by bone, tabletop the leg. Now it's a stretch and a bend right over the hip socket. 5, 4, you're really pushing down. You're really squeezing that glute that's on the BOSU, or on the balance trainer. 2, 1, knee bends, lift up, bring the foot down, and roll down. Okay, there's a 3rd part to this. I've got the arch in my back, lining up my feet, knees, hips, elbows in, gazing over the knees. Inhale, exhale, curl up, peel up, tabletop the leg, extend the leg, and now you're going to lower just as low as your other knee and lift. I like to point my toe, lift to the sky. Here's 3 and 4 and 5. Give it a lift and punch it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, roll down. So that's my routine. Now on the other leg, I'm not taking a break. So you'll maybe work up to this, okay? Breathe in to prepare. Use the abdominals to curl the tail up. Once your hips are lifted, they stay this height. I'm going to put my fingertips here to make sure I'm not cheating. Tabletop the leg. I'm going to tap the foot down. 5, 4, you keep the hips lifted. 3, 2, and 1. From here, you push out, you pull in, you keep working that balance trainer leg to keep you stable. You've got 2 more. The next time your leg is straight, lift it to the sky and line it up with the other knee. Here's 2, 3, 4. Now your 5th one, you hold it here and you squeeze the rest of that glute for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, hips are still lifted, and roll it down. And hug your knees to your chest. Wow. So that's some major booty workout there for your glutes. To stretch your legs out, you have a couple options here. You can sit against the dome. Okay, you're going to roll back a little bit. Just let your lower back get a little release. Cross over and then start dragging your foot in, and you get a nice hip stretch here. Okay, actually it's the other leg. You're going to get a nice hip stretch here. Just kind of hold on to it. So there's your glute stretch after doing all that work. You can also sway the legs a little side to side. Make sure you do both sides. Hold it in as tight as you can, and then let it roll side to side. I'm using my abs to brace into the dome, and that's helpful for me for that. and then bring your feet together and just kind of shake it out. Let's see. It's about 10 after 5, and I've kept you guys here long enough. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it gave you some ideas. Now, there's, basically we're talking lunges, squats, leg lifts, side leg lifts, leg circles, anything that helps us to improve the strength, the endurance, the range of motion in our joint. That's what I'm looking for first and foremost, whether it's in your treadmill, on your vibration platform, on your balance trainer. You want to work on excellent posture. You want to use the breath with every rep, so you're putting oxygen into those muscles. Finishing stretches, the figure 4 stretch is awesome to do. I also like to use a hamstring stretch, and I'll tell you what's really helpful with the balance trainer is you can just keep your legs there and sit up nice and tall, and you get a nice little stretch in the hamstring, the belly of the hamstrings. You can also do this on your platform as well to make sure that you're just getting the belly of the muscle. I'm taking it out of my knee joint, although you might feel it, but you want to feel the belly of the muscle. Point and flex, you make some ankle circles because your ankles served you well through all this, so you want mobility in your ankles. I want to thank you all so very much for your time and attention. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you'll check out the link that we attached to this live, because there are some fabulous deals right now that Lifepro is offering you that we can impact up to 1 million lives in the days to come. So thank you so much. Please share this video with friends and family. And if you have any questions, just private message me, text me. The VIP group, I check constantly. I'm happy to help you all out so that you can feel fit and fabulous at any age. Have a beautiful rest of your day and a great weekend ahead. It's Roseann from Scottsdale signing out. Bye for now.